10 million is worth to stay, and you are here for 1.5 days listening to very interesting discussion points and hearing some introduction about the Cloud for Europe project itself. I don't want to talk too much about the Cloud for Europe project, but one thing is important. We have 10 million for the industry. We will give them next year in August. We have a website where you can get much more details. I talked to a lot of people, and all my colleagues from the project talked to a lot of industry people, where we will go to tender R&D solutions for the public sector next year with the 10 million. What else? What we have is, and that's I used you all for the project as well, so it's not the only thing, the launch event, that we have to announce the 10 million for all of you, but we used you all for the consultation, what we already started during these 2 days, in terms of getting the most important statements and from industry, from politics, and from users. As you can imagine, there were so many statements, and we don't want to stay that long here. I think we just give you a very brief overview on in which direction we are going. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can move it. Let me just check. Yes, now I have it. So I was announcing the Berlin Manifesto, and as you know, a manifesto, we should have stick here in the room for another 4 hours and agree on common statements. So what we do now, and what the basic idea is, to have a first set of statements which we already collected from yesterday, which is a basis for the Berlin Cloud Manifesto for the public sector, which will then be finished by April next year. So what we want to do is, until the end of the year, publish that as a white paper on our website. What we want to do in addition is to get active contribution to do, and then really active suppliers for being part at the manifest, to be sure that we have cloud solutions for the public sector, cross-border public sector, which are relevant for the public sector, and then we can procure the right services. What you can imagine is what we have is already all these wordings that we have addressed the last days. And one of the most important parts for cloud, or for adoption cloud in the public sector, is transparency. I don't need to say you, and you know all what transparency is, but one thing is important, and that was mentioned yesterday by someone: transparency is necessary to establish trust. And there's another interesting note from Hangel, who said yesterday, so we already have a lot of things, but what we do is to agree on a set of minimal standards and not of all the standards. So we heard this morning a lot of those. But anyway, we will not go into those detailed discussions. We will add more of your comments, because it's really a lot of information we can gather out of that conference and we can publish in that white paper. It's very impressive. So the second what we are addressing is a strong European economy. And so there are only a couple of statements I think you all could agree with. We should not take our back to the opportunity. We like that very much. So it's really that we have to go on and do some more things. And there's another one which is very important and very nice. That's a meeting space. The cloud is a meeting space of the future. Data security is addressed in a lot of panels. We have discussed it a lot. And I think I like very much those comments like, cloud is an opportunity for security, and it's not a problem in security. And there are a lot of other statements which addressed as well. That's not only, that's really going forward to address most issues, to have a good public sector cloud. The first but last thing is the access to knowledge about cloud. As you know, there is still doubts about using cloud. Also, there are a lot of companies already providing services, already providing cloud solutions. But that's the doubt, and especially in the public sector, is not due that they really have doubt in using it, but the point is they have to learn what it is and how it works out. So I like very much that what you need to do is, if you drive a car, you have to have a driver's license. So if you go to cloud, you don't have to have a cloud license, but at least you should know much more what it is. So education is a key, and that is something which should be needed further addressed. And what we try as well was a project to go. It works. It starts again. So the other thing what you have for the public sector, especially in the cloud, is efficiency. And it doesn't work anymore. Bleib hier stehen. Is efficiency, and there are more things. There's one is the in the public sector, the demographic change, that you have less people with more work. But what you also have, and what you heard yesterday, is as well, so you need a fallback solution if something is happening within your own country, to have backups in maybe other countries. And as well, that cost and efficiency. What I liked very much yesterday is a big factor to get or become more efficiency, and the more usage you have of cloud and the more adoption you have for cloud users, the more you go into efficient use of it. And last but not least, one of our mostly beloved topics is interoperability. I like very much the example, because what interoperability, yes, it's standards, what you need, but standard doesn't help you alone to be interoperable. What you usually develop is a lot of profiles, but then you have to start agreeing on those profiles for specific application areas. The best way is to have platforms where you can test that and really have this huge infrastructures which help you to provide and test interoperable cloud solutions. So finally, I would like to thank you all for your great contributions. You will see there is a lot more when we finished at the end of December the white paper. I hope you had all a nice 2 days. It's a bit long today. I hope you all get a basic idea of what we are going for in the Cloud for Europe session. We will as well do next year a call for information. Somewhere in the first quarter of next year, we will do that and invite industry to participate and actively discuss. But before, you already are invited to look at our website, subscribe to a stakeholder, and get into an active dialogue as well. Try to do your contributions to the white paper. Thanks a lot. I have to thank as well my great team, which helped me. It was not only me with doing that, my great team at Focus helping me. I also thank my project officer and the commission for just helping me as well to do that as a very good success. And I thank you all for participating. I thank all the panelists and just have a break and take some sandwiches. Thanks a lot.